Sun as thought patterns in all Nakshatras, Virgo Rising. Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra, 8th house. As a Virgo Ascendant with the Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra in the 8th house, your thought patterns are directed towards transformation, introspection, and healing, especially in life's deeper matters. Ashwini's pioneering energy encourages you to embrace new approaches in self-transformation and inner healing. Virgo's analytical and practical nature combines with Ashwini's swift, enthusiastic influence, making you drawn to exploring the unseen or mysterious realms with a logical yet open-minded approach. You frequently contemplate ways to navigate and overcome life's challenges, aiming for personal growth and rejuvenation. Sun in Bharani Nakshatra, 8th house. With the Sun in Bharani Nakshatra in the 8th house, your Virgo Ascendant's detail-oriented mindset is influenced by Bharani's transformational and nurturing qualities, particularly regarding hidden truths and emotional depth. Bharani's resilient energy pushes you to think about cycles of renewal and the importance of ethical boundaries in your explorations. You often contemplate themes of inner strength and endurance, valuing growth that emerges through overcoming challenges. This placement encourages you to seek wisdom in transformative experiences, aiming for emotional strength and depth. Sun in Kritika Nakshatra, 9th house. As a Virgo Ascendant with the Sun in Kritika Nakshatra in the 9th house, your thought patterns are focused on clarity, discipline, and higher knowledge. Kritika's discerning and illuminating qualities combine with Virgo's intellectual drive, making you interested in truth, wisdom, and self-purification through learning. You may often contemplate how to sharpen your understanding and pursue education that aligns with your values, valuing paths that provide insight and knowledge. This placement inspires you to approach spiritual and academic pursuits with integrity and purpose, seeking knowledge that enlightens and empowers. Sun in Rohini Nakshatra, 9th house. With the Sun in Rohini Nakshatra in the 9th house, your Virgo Ascendant's practicality merges with Rohini's nurturing and growth-oriented qualities, especially in matters of philosophy, beliefs, and learning. Rohini's influence makes you think about how to integrate beauty, harmony, and emotional fulfillment into your life philosophy. You are often drawn to ideas that bring a sense of abundance and growth, contemplating ways to cultivate knowledge that supports your personal and spiritual development. This placement encourages you to approach learning and beliefs with creativity, aiming for knowledge that enriches and inspires. Sun in Mrigashira Nakshatra, 10th house. As a Virgo Ascendant with the Sun in Mrigashira Nakshatra in the 10th house, your thought patterns center on curiosity, exploration, and innovation in your career. Mrigashira's inquisitive energy resonates with Virgo's meticulous approach, making you eager to explore new ideas and methods in your professional life. You often think about how to bring a fresh perspective to your work, valuing adaptability and continuous learning. This placement inspires you to pursue career paths that allow you to innovate and refine your skills, focusing on contributions that have a meaningful and intellectual impact. Sun in Ardra Nakshatra, 10th house. With the Sun in Ardra Nakshatra in the 10th house, your Virgo Ascendant's critical and analytical nature blends with Ardra's transformative and focused energy, particularly in matters of career and public standing. Ardra encourages you to think about how to make impactful changes in your profession, valuing resilience and adaptability. You may often contemplate ways to bring depth and intensity to your work, seeking roles that allow for meaningful contributions. This placement inspires you to embrace challenges in your career, focusing on professional paths that offer growth and transformation. Sun in Punarvasu Nakshatra, 11th house. As a Virgo Ascendant with the Sun in Punarvasu Nakshatra in the 11th house, your thought patterns revolve around renewal, optimism, and community. Punarvasu's hopeful and regenerative qualities encourage you to think about how to foster connections that bring a sense of shared purpose and positivity. Virgo's service-oriented nature aligns with Punarvasu's nurturing energy, making you inclined to form networks that support mutual growth and understanding. You often think about ways to bring light and encouragement to your social circles, valuing friendships that inspire personal and collective upliftment. Sun in Pushya Nakshatra, 11th house, as a Virgo Ascendant, With the sun in Pushya Nakshatra in the 11th house, your thought patterns center around nurturing, stability, and service within your social networks and aspirations. Pushya's supportive and disciplined energy aligns with Virgo's practical and caring nature, encouraging you to think about building reliable and meaningful connections. You may often contemplate ways to support and uplift your friends and community, focusing on goals that contribute to mutual security and well-being. This placement inspires you to foster relationships based on trust and reliability, valuing friendships and aspirations that provide a sense of stability and collective growth. Sun in Ashlesha Nakshatra, 11th house. With the sun in Ashlesha Nakshatra in the 11th house, your Virgo Ascendant's analytical nature combines with Ashlesha's intuitive and strategic energy, particularly in areas related to friendships, social networks, and goals. Ashlesha's influence encourages you to think about the dynamics within your social circles, often contemplating how to navigate complex relationships. You value insight and intuition in your interactions, focusing on connections that bring depth and understanding. This placement inspires you to approach your social life with caution and wisdom, thinking about how to create alliances that align with your aspirations and personal values. Sun in Magha Nakshatra, 12th house. As a Virgo ascendant with the sun in Magha Nakshatra in the 12th house, your thought patterns are influenced by themes of legacy, introspection, and spiritual strength. Magha's regal and traditional energy encourages you to think about your inner purpose and connection to ancestral or spiritual roots, valuing solitude as a time for reflection and self-honoring. You often contemplate how to find strength and dignity within yourself, seeking a deeper understanding of your purpose. This placement inspires you to approach spirituality with a sense of pride and reverence, focusing on connecting with your inner strength and honoring your personal journey. Sun in Purva Falguni Nakshatra, 12th house. With the sun in Purva Falguni Nakshatra in the 12th house, your Virgo Ascendant's reserved and thoughtful nature combines with Purva Falguni's joyful, creative energy, especially in the realm of spirituality and inner exploration. Purva Falguni encourages you to think about finding inner peace through self-expression and creative retreat, valuing spirituality that brings pleasure and relaxation. Your thoughts often revolve around how to bring balance and joy into your inner life, focusing on practices that uplift your spirit. This placement inspires you to approach solitude as a time for rejuvenation, contemplating how to achieve inner harmony through spiritual joy and self-reflection. Sun in Uttara Falguni Nakshatra, 1st house. As a Virgo ascendant with the sun in Uttara Falguni Nakshatra in the 1st house, your thought patterns revolve around integrity, reliability, and self-presentation. Uttara Falguni's disciplined, commitment-oriented energy combines with Virgo's analytical nature, encouraging you to think about how to represent yourself with honor and dedication. You often contemplate ways to bring structure and consistency to your personal life, focusing on self-improvement and responsibility. This placement inspires you to approach life with a sense of duty, thinking about how to embody integrity and build a legacy of respect and dependability in your actions. Sun in Hasta Nakshatra, 1st house. With the sun in Hasta Nakshatra in the 1st house, your Virgo Ascendant's attention to detail aligns with Hasta's skillful, adaptable energy, particularly in self-expression and personal identity. Hasta encourages you to think about how to refine and present yourself with precision, valuing self-expression that showcases both mastery and humility. Your thoughts are centered on personal improvement, often contemplating ways to handle life's responsibilities with grace and effectiveness. This placement inspires you to approach life with a practical mindset, focusing on how to use your skills to make a positive impact on your surroundings. Sun in Chitra Nakshatra, 2nd house. As a Virgo ascendant with the sun in Chitra Nakshatra in the 2nd house, your thought patterns are guided by beauty, structure, and creativity in matters of wealth, values, and family. Chitra's artistic and meticulous energy blends with Virgo's practicality, encouraging you to think about how to build material security and self-worth in a way that reflects refinement and elegance. You often contemplate how to create a stable and aesthetically pleasing environment, focusing on ways to bring order and beauty to your material world. This placement inspires you to approach financial matters with care, thinking about how to cultivate resources that align with both your aesthetic and practical values. Sun in Swati Nakshatra, second house. As a Virgo ascendant with the Sun in Swati Nakshatra in the second house, your thought patterns revolve around independence, adaptability, and harmony in relation to finances, values, and family matters. Swati's diplomatic and flexible energy aligns with Virgo's analytical approach, encouraging you to think about how to balance and stabilize your resources. You often contemplate how to achieve financial independence while maintaining harmony in your family and values, valuing flexibility in your approach to material security. This placement inspires you to build a foundation that reflects both resilience and balance, focusing on cultivating resources that support both personal freedom and stability. Sun in Vishaka Nakshatra, second house. With the Sun in Vishaka Nakshatra in the second house, your Virgo ascendant's practical nature is complemented by Vishaka's ambitious and goal-oriented energy, especially in matters of wealth, values, and family stability. Vishaka encourages you to think about how to achieve success and security in a way that reflects determination and purpose. Your thoughts are often centered on building resources and values that contribute to long-term growth and stability, valuing persistence in achieving your financial goals. This placement inspires you to approach financial matters with a focused mindset, contemplating how to create wealth and security that align with your core principles. Sun in Anuradha Nakshatra, third house. As a Virgo ascendant with the Sun in Anuradha Nakshatra in the third house, your thought patterns focus on loyalty, resilience, and harmony in communication and relationships with siblings, neighbors, and peers. Anuradha's devoted and introspective energy aligns with Virgo's thoughtful nature, encouraging you to think about how to foster meaningful and supportive connections. You often contemplate ways to strengthen bonds and bring emotional depth to your communication, valuing relationships that are built on trust and mutual support. This placement inspires you to approach communication with sincerity and empathy, focusing on creating harmony and understanding in your interactions. Sun in Jyeshta Nakshatra, third house. With the Sun in Jyeshta Nakshatra in the third house, your Virgo ascendant's critical and insightful qualities combine with Jyeshta's intense and protective energy, particularly in matters of communication and relationships with close connections. Jyeshta encourages you to think about how to assert your presence and protect your interests in your interactions, valuing strategic communication and personal empowerment. You are often drawn to thoughts about building authority in your communication style, focusing on fostering respect and confidence in your relationships. This placement inspires you to approach conversations with a sense of purpose and strength, thinking about how to convey your ideas with clarity and impact. Sun in Mula Nakshatra, fourth house. As a Virgo ascendant with the Sun in Mula Nakshatra in the fourth house, your thought patterns are influenced by introspection, depth, and transformation in matters related to home, family, and inner stability. Mula's probing and transformative energy aligns with Virgo's analytical mind, encouraging you to explore your family roots and uncover personal truths. You often think about how to bring healing and renewal into your home environment, valuing introspection and self-discovery. This placement inspires you to approach family matters with curiosity and resilience, focusing on creating a stable foundation through personal growth and understanding. Sun in Purva Ashada Nakshatra, fourth house. With the Sun in Purva Ashada Nakshatra in the fourth house, your Virgo ascendant's dedication to improvement aligns with Purva Ashada's optimistic and ambitious energy, particularly in the realm of home and family. Purva Ashada encourages you to think about how to create an uplifting, supportive environment, valuing growth and resilience within the family unit. Your thoughts often revolve around building a home life that reflects your ideals, focusing on harmony and mutual support. This placement inspires you to approach family matters with positivity and determination, often thinking about ways to foster an environment of growth and well-being. Sun in Uttarashada Nakshatra, fifth house. As a Virgo ascendant with the sun in Uttara Ashada Nakshatra in the 5th house, your thought patterns focus on integrity, discipline, and achievement in creative pursuits, romance, and self-expression. Uttara Ashada's honorable and committed energy aligns with Virgo's practical approach, encouraging you to think about how to bring purpose and consistency to your personal projects and relationships. You often contemplate how to express yourself in a way that reflects both authenticity and dedication, valuing creative pursuits that bring long-term fulfillment. This placement inspires you to approach your talents and relationships with respect and purpose, thinking about how to create lasting impact through meaningful self-expression. Sun in Shravana Nakshatra, 5th house. As a Virgo ascendant with the sun in Shravana Nakshatra in the 5th house, your thought patterns revolve around learning, understanding, and reflection in creative pursuits, self-expression, and romance. Shravana's wise and observant energy combines with Virgo's analytical approach, encouraging you to think about how to convey ideas and knowledge in a way that resonates with others. You are often drawn to exploring personal growth through intellectual and creative activities, valuing self-expression that brings insight and understanding. This placement inspires you to approach your talents and relationships thoughtfully, focusing on ways to share knowledge and wisdom with those around you. Sun in Dhanishta Nakshatra, 6th house. With the sun in Dhanishta Nakshatra in the 6th house, your Virgo ascendant's disciplined nature blends with Dhanishta's ambitious and community-oriented energy, particularly in work, health, and daily responsibilities. Dhanishta encourages you to think about how to contribute to the well-being of others, valuing teamwork and collective success in your professional life. Your thoughts often focus on creating harmony and purpose in your work environment, aiming to achieve goals that benefit both yourself and others. This placement inspires you to approach work with enthusiasm and dedication, often contemplating ways to bring rhythm and balance into your routines. Sun in Shatabisha Nakshatra, 6th house. As a Virgo ascendant with the sun in Shatabisha Nakshatra in the 6th house, your thought patterns focus on introspection, healing, and problem-solving in areas related to work, health, and service. Shatabisha's mystical and introspective qualities align with Virgo's practical mindset, encouraging you to think about how to bring healing and renewal into your daily life. You often contemplate ways to approach work with a mindset that values well-being and emotional health, focusing on routines that foster mental and physical balance. This placement inspires you to explore unconventional approaches to health and service, thinking about how to bring depth and transformation to your everyday responsibilities. Sun in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, 7th house. With the sun in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the 7th house, your Virgo ascendant's analytical qualities combine with Purva Bhadrapada's intense, transformative energy, especially in matters of partnerships and relationships. Purva Bhadrapada encourages you to think about how to build meaningful, resilient connections, valuing depth and authenticity in your interactions. Your thoughts often revolve around creating relationships that allow for mutual growth and personal transformation, focusing on connections that inspire and challenge you. This placement inspires you to approach partnerships with purpose, often thinking about how to create a strong and transformative bond with others. Sun in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. As a Virgo ascendant with the sun in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the 7th house, your thought patterns center on patience, wisdom, and empathy in partnerships and relationships. Uttara Bhadrapada's steady, contemplative energy resonates with Virgo's practical nature, encouraging you to think about building connections based on mutual understanding and support. You often contemplate how to foster peaceful, enduring relationships, valuing stability and emotional depth in your partnerships. This placement inspires you to approach relationships with a calm and reflective mindset, focusing on connections that bring inner peace and shared resilience. Sun in Revati Nakshatra, 7th house. With the sun in Revati Nakshatra in the 7th house, your Virgo ascendant's caring and compassionate nature merges with Revati's nurturing and selfless energy, especially within partnerships. Revati encourages you to think about how to create a relationship dynamic that brings comfort, harmony, and mutual support. Your thoughts are focused on building connections that allow for growth, empathy, and understanding, valuing relationships that foster a sense of unity and shared compassion. This placement inspires you to approach partnerships with gentleness, thinking about how to create a supportive and harmonious environment where both you and your partner feel understood and valued.